Hey, it's time to play some D&D. So somebody actually knows what episode we're on. I
It's
feel like it's
18.
yeah. There we go.
Yep. I just
Multiple
listened to the
people.
previous
Yeah,
episode where everyone was saying it was 16. It is.
yeah. Anyway, hey, it's
Wendy
session
knows.
18.
Yeah, Wendy,
Of
thanks
course,
for letting
Wendy
me
knows.
know in the comment section.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
our live chat.
Uh huh.
Live
Yep.
chat on what?
And for this,
all the
this
things.
video.
The things. Yeah.
On the
Yep.
Obsidian portal that we definitely have.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh no, where's my pen? It's fine, he'll find one.
Anyway, let's see. So, I don't know. Quick recap. Last time, we spent the whole session in Port Nyanzaru, taking care of adventuring business and not so adventuring business, like playing a gig and almost killing a tour manager and
Almost.
almost. But also, let's see. Lucius and Groilmod stumbled across a heated exchange between a couple of merchants, as it turns out. One of whom had received a Triceratops-faced iron token from a group known as the Yatepka Society. Which basically means you are in a lot of trouble, and there are, well, basically you're going to have to pay some kind of price. As it turns out, this guy apparently crossed one of the merchant princes, or in this case, merchant princesses of Port Nyanzaru, her name being Queothe. And he had the gall to import some fruit without involving her in the deal. So basically, as PCs are wont to do, Lucius kind of butted into this whole thing and kind of offered this now very distraught merchant a helping hand in dealing with the whole Queothe issue. At the same time, Fib was approached at the gig she played at the little shithole bar down the road. As it turns out, by a couple of employees or something of Queothe. Kind of an ambiguous relationship there, I guess. But essentially, she was requested to come and visit with the merchant princess who is responsible now for the businesses of basically all the fun party stuff, all the booze and well, a few other things as well that I don't remember off the top of my head, but mostly booze. And so the next day, the entire group made their way to the neighborhood where the merchant princes reside. And right down the road from their friend Wakanga's house, they paid a visit to Queothe. She essentially offered them the opportunity to be professional partiers for her for a little bit. Kind of help sell some booze and, you know, just kind of serve as another advertising medium for her. Which certainly was appealing, maybe to some more than others, maybe to some not at all. Looking at you, Cyrene, and, well, I guess myself, Azaka. But for the time being, you guys decided against it, and the whole importing fruit without Queothe's knowledge or consent thing kind of fell by the wayside. That actually didn't get discussed at said meeting. And so she kind of left the door open for future business opportunities, but you left not really engaging in any sort of a deal with her. And I think very close to there is where we ended. I think you guys went back to the lizard, and that's when. Or no, that was.
We were
that was
just leaving
later.
the
I don't know.
house.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because the knocking out Grappos thing happened the night before. So yeah.
Yeah, we were
Yep.
just leaving Quayote's house.
Yep.
Yeah, and I
So.
was talking to them about, you know, the I don't know, altar thing that I saw.
Yeah, you saw like a big symbol of Kosuth on a far wall.
Oh yeah, the creepy guy that I was gonna look stuff up.
Yeah.
I have the
okay.
tab open still.
That's impressive.
Really?
That's crazy.
I just set Chrome to open up anything I had closed.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I have
Um,
like 20 tabs open.
Of course you do.
So, picking up outside of the sprawling estate of Quayothe, what do you guys want to do?
Well, first, oh, go ahead.
I want to pick up my armor.
Well, before we even walk too far, I want to turn to the rest of the group and say, okay, mainly to Fib and Cyrene, and I'll say, why do we not trust her? And I'll gesture towards Quayothe.
I mean, have you read up on her at all? Like I just said, you know, her beliefs and stuff, like, from her god. Like, do you want me to RP that stuff, or?
Kind of?
I think that would make sense given the context.
Yeah.
If I have
A
to.
second.
Well, I'll look to Fib and say, well, why did you decide to pull out? Because you were all for it, it seemed like, up until the last little bit.
Didn't seem like what the group wanted.
Well, what we want and what we need are kind of two different things, I feel like. And then I'll look towards Azaka, because she was
Mhm.
also one that said no, right?
Yeah.
And I'll say, well, you looked like you were pretty nervous. Do you know something about her that the rest of us probably should know? Because I didn't feel too bad.
As I mentioned before, she has a reputation as someone you don't cross, but I've not dealt with her in person before. It's hard to put into words. Sometimes I simply have instincts, intuitions about people. I don't trust her.
I don't trust very many people either, but I still think that if somebody's offering to pay you a good chunk of coin to do a couple nights' work, even if we aren't going to do it right now, we should at least tell her yeah. I've seen enough people, not like her, but enough people with power to know that you don't tell people like that no. They don't tend to like that. It's better that you say yes, but we'll have to do it at a later date. Just because they'll get their way eventually, whether you want it or not.
And that's the part that concerns me.
Well,
But whatever you think, just it's not my place to decide, I suppose. She looks at the rest of the group and says, "We are, at least for the time being, engaged in a sort of partnership, and it's in my best interest to ensure that you all survive to help me with my needs. So, whatever you do, here I am.
Well, and I'll just kind of address just the general rest of the group, and I'll say, I don't know if you guys necessarily know how spellcasters work, but at least from everything that I've learned, it's been from books, it's been from spells, it's been from things of that nature. All of that costs a good chunk of gold, a good chunk of money. Even the supplies, just to write it down in this book, and I'll pull out my spell book, is expensive. Right now, I'm not ready to face, and I'll just kind of point in the general direction of, like, south. I'm not ready to face whatever's down there. Not without some serious cash or some serious power to back behind me. So, you know, we need to come up in some money pretty fast, or I'm going to become very useless. But, and I'll just kind of gesture back towards the house, we probably should at least play nice with her, because she seems like that's going to be a good foot in the door, and at least some good money for me to be able to continue helping you guys. If not, then I may end up just going and doing what she wants anyway, and you guys can go without me for a bit. I'm not saying we do it now, but I'm just saying we should definitely tell her yes. And then I'll look to Cyrene and say, you look like you've been itching to get something off your chest.
Yeah, well, there was this big, I don't know, homage, holy symbol to Kasuk in there, Sooth. And, well, I guess I don't really trust worship Sooth. They're, I don't know, selfish people. Their whole, you know, doctrine is, you know, subjected to, people getting, you know, land, power, and wealth. So that being good isn't really going to be in their best interest if they can take advantage of someone to, you know, get that. They will. And also, he hates, you know, Istishia? Which, you know, a lot of water genasi worship that I have found, you know, across my travels.
So it's a religious issue for you.
I mean,
He hates your type of people.
Well, he hates the god that many of my people worship, but also just on the moral grounds, she will want to take advantage of people because, you know, that's the tenet is to your way you worship is becoming more powerful.
Well, funny you should say that. That's kind of been a bit of my upbringing too.
Fib laughs.
Not necessarily in that sense, but I have a feeling you, and I kind of look to Cyrene, would not get along very well at all in the society that I grew up in.
No, probably not, but I don't need to.
No, but I'm just saying that, you know, what I've seen from people like that, they'll get their way whether you want to or not. So,
He's saying he doesn't care about what you think.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I can understand that it's a moral issue for you. And it's an issue for you. But I still think that perhaps the next time we're in town, maybe Fib, myself, and anybody else that wants to join should at least entertain her offer. What's the worst that can happen? She pays
We
us
die.
and nah, she won't kill us. Because we can leave the people that don't want to go will know where we are. Will know what we're doing. She's not going to leave open... She's not going to leave those people alive to tell and spread the fact that she had killed us. I mean, it's pretty safe to...
Like you said, though, people like that, when they're in power, they tend to get what they want.
Yeah.
Which, you know, always orchestrate a way to kill you off that keeps her in the clear.
Yeah, but she
Now,
hasn't
not
encountered...
that- Not that I think she's gonna kill you, but I feel like I feel like your sense of security is unjustified.
Oh no, I don't feel secure at all, but I would rather her be at least an acquaintance rather than somebody that I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah, well, right now she's an acquaintance and not someone you need to avoid. So
Right now, we just told one of the most powerful people in this city no. That's not something you want to do.
we didn't. We told her not now, not no. Well, I told her no, but you told her not now because we're trying to deal with a death curse, which is a valid reason.
You're scared to tell people no.
Saying not now is completely different than saying no.
Well, I do have other business I completely forgot to talk to her about. Would it be okay if I catch up with you guys? I have to go in and talk to her. I ran into a merchant. Did I tell you guys about the merchant already?
I don't think so.
Alright, well, I ran into a merchant who... And I'll kind of get in close and say... You know, I'll explain everything, but I'm not going to spend the time to explain it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just be like, yeah, that's my point.
Well, I told him I would see what I could do to try to get the heat off of him. Maybe I should go back in there and just talk to her, see if there's something we can do while we're out to help her, to try to at least build a little rapport. Because at the very least, she controls all of the incense that comes in. And Stratos relies on that, so...
You should have someone go with you.
I'm okay with that. Anybody want to go?
I'll go.
Alright. So, if you guys want, we can meet you out with Scorn. Out with Scorn. And then we can get ready to go.
I am ready to go now. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa, what is that voice?
I was like, I don't know, I had like something in my throat. I wish I could always do that, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, I thought that was like ragey scorn for a second.
No, it's just, I haven't cleared my throat because I've just been sitting here in silence. But no, I'm just kidding, I'm not actually there.
Yeah, I need to go grab my armor before I can leave.
Alright, well, Thorv, I guess let's go and I'll turn around and I'll go up and knock on the door again.
All right. Yeah, it's a few seconds. You hear the footfalls approaching the door from the other side, and once again, one of the big, ornately decorated doors swings open just a little bit, and Indar pokes his head out again. Says, "Oh, back so soon."
Terribly sorry. I had another matter I wanted to talk to Queothe about. It'll only take a minute. And I also had a possible business proposition for her if she needs.
All right. Yeah, he kind of draws the door open a bit more, kind of beckoning you back inside, and says, "Well, please make yourself comfortable. I will go and fetch her, and then, well, I suppose we'll see what happens."
All right.
So, again, you're let in and allowed to kind of make yourself comfortable in the nice, cushy living room and all that.
If you want to jump to the other group going to get the armor and such, you can. I know it's been
Okay.
a lot of RP, so.
Yeah. All right. I think that's a good breaking point. So yeah, we see Indar kind of walk away, and we cut over to, well, everyone else.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hi.
So what's everybody doing?
Are we just waiting for Lucius?
No, I'm going to get my armor.
Okay, I don't have anything to do except leave. Although I guess I'll go shopping for some poison, but I don't have very much gold.
Okay. Well, let's see what we got here.
Or if I could find my own poison, that would be even better.
If you could find your own poison.
Like if I know like stuff to make poisons with. Is there a poison kit or something?
I believe there is a poisoner's kit.
I
yes.
have a disguise kit.
You could probably make something that looks like you've been poisoned.
Just to keep in mind, too, we do have the jug. So if you get some vials,
jug?
the alchemy jug.
The mayo jug?
Yeah, we can make poison. So if you get some vials,
Oh,
we can fill
why
it.
have we not done that?
I already did.
We have.
But
Why do
ran
I
out of
have
vials.
any?
Because he took all of it.
Selfish asshole.
No, I ran out of vials.
Okay, I'll go get more vials then. How much does a vial cost?
Let's see. Vials are pretty cheap from what I recall. Referring to things. It's probably an adventuring gear, right? Vial. A vial is 1 gold.
Holy, why?
It's a nice vial.
Can I get a cheap vial? Why is so much? Oh, I have a whole platinum. I forgot.
Ooh, okay. But yeah, I'll let you make we'll say a persuasion check if you'd like to haggle.
Okay, hang on. What if I make... Oh wait, no. Persuasion is higher than intimidation. That's weird. Boop. I got a 12.
Oh, did you? Did you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that I said was advantage. Yeah.
Well, it's not my fault it rolls with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, Nico is right. If I can't get it, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, I think they're pretty firm on that 1 gold for a vial thing.
Okay, what if I use my disguise kit to make myself look not pale, and
You should probably leave the store before this poison.
Yeah,
Like
I
he goes
do
in the
leave
corner and
store.
starts putting on makeup.
Excuse me, you have a bathroom? So I will use my disguise kit and make myself look very, very tan, and obviously with the magic of makeup I look shorter, because that's what you
Yeah,
make
yeah,
of
of
it.
course.
You can. Let me see if I have a spell too. I don't have a spell. Can I do a minor illusion to make myself look different? I feel like I could. Let's see.
Okay, it must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. Okay.
See, what if I just made... What if I just put a whole other person over me?
So it would have to be like part of a person though, because you're taller than 5 feet. So like your legs are just sticking out, but then you
Make yourself look like 2 dwarves in a trench coat.
What if... Let's see. Okay, so I'll put it over me, but I'll just look like a giant. How big is a giant?
probably a little
15
bigger
feet
than.
tall.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so I'll look like a Firbolg,
Okay.
whatever John is. And since it's only 5 feet, they're gonna be about 2 feet. Well, hang on. 2 feet and 3 inches of my legs that are showing, so I'm gonna wear a big cloak, and it will cover up my feet. But other than that, it looks like a Firbolg, and it must be only one. I have to be in there for under a minute.
Who needs disguise self, right?
Right.
But I'll also use the disguise kit for in case it gets messed up, and I'll make myself look different. And I go in there and I tell them I don't need any help, no thank you, and I swipe some poison.
Okay. So make a check with the disguise kit in case things go sideways.
Okay. I'm figuring out how. How do I do that? I'm clicking it everywhere.
Let's see. I'm gonna open up your character sheet.
Are you clicking on it from the tool proficiencies and custom skills section?
It doesn't have it under there. But it says I have it in my equipment.
Well, you should put it under there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing you should do.
Okay. It's probably under other. It just, well,
Oh, the next box up. So like where it says tool proficiencies and custom skills, because that'll actually let you roll it once you put that in.
okay. What is that for?
Let's see. I would say that we would probably call that. What would make sense? Because like
It's
I
usually
suppose
Dex.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could be
Yeah,
a
Dex
thing.
makes sense.
Yeah, it's usually to see how dexterous you are at applying disguise.
Yeah, I'm into
Okay,
that.
I
That's
got
fine.
an 18.
Okay. No, you didn't.
I lied, I got an 8.
You got an 8.
So, I just look like a clown. She didn't have much patience for it.
Okay. But then you've got the Firbolg thing going on
Yeah.
up top, and then you said so you're wearing a long cloak, but like you're actually wearing a long cloak, so that way it comes down
Yeah.
and like covers your feet.
Yeah. I just get really narrow as I go down.
Okay. Um,
I wear thick boots.
all right. So let's see here. All right. So you walk in and kind of in a hurry, just brush off the inquiring clerk. So
I know what I.
okay. Yeah, and then I think you go ahead and let's have you make say an investigation check to quickly find what you're looking for. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so you're like you're like standing in front of this wall of like different vials on shelves, and kind of like looking frantically trying to find the right one. I think we're gonna go ahead and see if the clerk notices anything weird. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So yeah, the clerk kind of like walks up next to you and says, "Are you sure you don't need some help?"
Oh, I'm fine.
And there's kind of a slight nod, and then they like reach out and pass their hand through part of the illusion that's surrounding you.
Why are they touching me? I jerk
Because
back. Excuse me,
Okay.
keep your hands to yourself.
Fairly high up for most of it.
what was
What?
that, Becca?
Don't they have to like reach up for most of it? Like,
Well, I mean, anything above what 2 foot 3 inches is illusion.
Well, I'll just do, just like, you know, the torso part up
Okay,
high.
okay. I mean, either way, this person can sense that they are being deceived.
Why are they touching me? What's this person? What do they look like?
Chilton, kind of like dark tan skin. It's like a late 20s guy.
Excuse me, keep your hands to yourself, please.
All right. I would appreciate a bit more honesty next time you come into my store, though. Would you mind dropping the illusion?
What illusion?
The illusion that you currently have cast upon yourself, concealing your identity, if I'm following correctly.
it's a different illusion.
I won't stand for this. I didn't come in here to be insulted.
Well, I did not open my store to be robbed.
Never before have I been so disrespected by the youths. I'm done with this. And she turns and walks out.
Yes, the damn kids' defense. All right.
She goes into a different store. Because I do really want the poison.
Okay.
But she'll have to do the minor illusion again to refresh the
Yep.
minute mark.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do this. I guess the disguise kit would still have the bad score because she already
Unless
did
you
it.
were gonna like scrub it and. Which I don't think there's any like plot reason to do that because
Yeah.
technically he didn't even like see what you looked like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So,
So-
like,
Yeah, same deal.
yeah. Here.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. So yeah, you go back.
This time I
reset
look
a little
like
bit.
a different creature.
Okay.
What's a big, tall creature? Half-orcs are normal size.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could be a really tall half-orc if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll be a really tall half-orc.
You're like the Shack of half-orcs.
And I have really big tusks.
Okay.
They look intimidating.
All right. So yeah, you head in, and almost immediately as you enter, a little like hunchbacked old woman kind of walks up and says, "Is there anything I can help you find?"
No, thank you, ma'am. I don't.
I think you cut out, but
Hang on.
No.
Okay, here I am.
okay.
No, thank you, ma'am. I know what I'm looking for.
Well, all right. Well, let me know if I can help.
Oh, certainly I will.
Okay. So you head back, and you know maybe it's better organized. Maybe you're just getting on top of this whole casing joints better thing. But yeah, you find what you're looking for, and okay. So yeah, now comes the little matter of sneaking it out of the store. So let's go ahead and get a sleight of hand check.
Alright, someone blow on my dice. Did someone do it? Oh my god, John, was that you?
Yeah. How did you
Oh.
know?
I don't know! Okay, here we go. John doesn't have good blowing for dice. Oh, hey! I take it back. Thank you, John! I wouldn't have been able to do it without you.
Very proud.
All right. So with these two high rolls, I would say that like you don't even need to like stop and see the selection here. You kind of just you go back and maybe pretend to take a quick look at something in the back, and as you're doing so, you're able to just slip a vial of poison right off the shelf and kind of pocket it. Seamless operation as you head back, and then you head back around to the front of the store. Go ahead and make. Should be pretty easy, I hope. Maybe. Make a performance check
Ooh.
just to, establish the clean getaway. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's probably against like a passive, so I would say that's enough.
Because a little old lady isn't noticing much.
Yeah, I mean, like, she's certainly wise, but she's not really on her guard against someone who, at least thus far, hasn't shown any signs of being suspicious. So,
Yeah.
okay, you make it out.
I did it.
I
How
forgot
much-
that I was helping her steal, and now I don't feel as great as I did. I was so excited. That I was like, oh. What? Have I done? I don't know. I mean,
How much poison? How many times can I poison someone with this?
All right, let's take
Probably a lot.
look here.
Like, so many.
Yeah, like at least more than a few.
Yeah.
Okay, so
She
All
did
right.
get a nat 20 for this poison.
Mm-hmm.
Choice.
Okay. So I'll say that you got basically a double dose of basic poison. So you have 2 applications of a basic poison, which if it hits somebody, they have to make a con save or take 1d4 poison damage. And it retains potency for 1 minute once you use it.
Okay.
So as many things as you can hit in 1 minute.
Okay, that's pretty sweet. And I can put that on like my weapon?
Mhm.
Alright, cool. And I also have grung poison. Which I forgot about.
Ah.
Oh, Fib is so happy with herself. First she almost killed that guy, and now she stole the poison. It's been a good day.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So other people doing other things. We won't go back to Coyote's place just yet, so maybe we want to cover Cyrene getting her armor.
Yes.
Okay. So you head back to the big tented bazaar that is the Grand Souk, and easily enough find the stall where you left your armor. And the same woman is working there. This time the shop is not in the process of closing up, so you can see that there's a lot more stuff on display, and she's just kind of finishing up with a couple of customers as you walk up, and she says, "Ah, yes, couldn't forget that face. No offense meant. One moment, please." And she goes back to the big pile of crates that she has kind of amassed behind the stall, and pulls a much more, hardy looking, less Zorbo torn set of armor out of the packing materials. She just pluck a few odd bits of straw and stuff off of it, but she holds it up and presents it to you, and it is in fact looking quite nice. It's even, a little more polished than perhaps even when you arrived in Schult. So
Thank you. It looks nice.
happy to help. Whatever you ran into out there really did a number on this armor. I'm kind of surprised at what did you say those things were?
Zorbos.
Zorbos.
Yeah, they're little, I don't know, these kind of creatures that are half naked.
Oh,
They're small.
Sounds unpleasant. Well, I guess all that matters is that we managed to get you fixed up. Alright, so let's see. I believe we have 50% of the payment due at delivery, yes?
Yes.
Alright. So, let's see here.
That's a 6 gold.
That sounds about right. I know I have notes here somewhere. Yeah. 6 gold. So. Yep, you go ahead.
I take 6 gold out of my pouch and hand it to her.
Alright.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Just remember me if you, run into any more Zorbos or anything else out there in the jungle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright. She hands the armor back to you, and hey, you have not beat up armor now.
I'm pretty happy about that.
Cool. So, let's see. Did we have anything that Groyalmod wanted to do while he's kind of on the loose side in the city with everybody else?
I don't think so. He doesn't have any money, and unless he's going to try and steal beer, that's all.
You have
Okay.
10 gold.
Oh, that's right. I do have 10 gold. I get the biggest beer I could possibly order, and I just day drink.
You're gonna be
It
so
tastes
drunk.
nothing like the last time you drank beer.
Yeah, that's true. It is definitely going to taste different.
It's true.
So that'll be fun. Okay, so we'll say Groyalmod walks up to like one of the street side vendors, and so you could get like basically a wooden cask that they'll just sell you the vessel to go with it. That is, I mean, not all that expensive. Check. Here we go. All right, so yeah, you could get a mug of ale for 4 copper, or if you're feeling really, like feel like you're really gonna get into this whole day drinking thing, you could get a gallon for 2 silver.
He's getting a gallon.
Okay. So yeah, you. I mean, the person at the stall like makes change for you and all that stuff, and basically you are presented with a growler full of. Well, let's see. Would you want beer or would you want tej?
Beer.
Beer. Okay. So you get a big old growler full of some kind of Chilton beer, and yeah, Grandma's ready to party. So, just kind of sipping on it over the course of the day, assuming you can stand the actual taste of beer.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so what's it like when Grandma takes his first sip and realizes that, hey, not all beer tastes like, actual, like, food like you had yesterday?
Yeah, I think it goes a little something like this. What the hell's wrong with that stuff? Oh, it still tingles, though. I guess I'll keep trying.
Alright. Cool. So, yeah, I think we probably just see, like, the rest of the day as Gromod's following others around, just sip, grimace, sip, grimace. Yeah, okay. That makes it so much better. Okay. Cool. So,
But we're only spending half a day doing this.
all right.
Just the morning around.
Okay. Cool. And since Azaka is not... Well, okay, we'll say that Azaka could have had a conversation with Scorn let's rewind a little bit. Let's go to yesterday when Azaka was not with the group proper. So yeah, she kind of just makes the rounds, unbeknownst probably to a lot of the party. She's at least been kind of doing a walk by, making sure that everyone is around and accounted for. And so, partway through the second day in the city, she stops by Scorn's tree, and we'll say she just kind of like approaches and makes sure that you're still around and all that.
Okay, so if Scorn notices her and kind of starts climbing down. Azaka, thank you for coming to see me. Is it time to leave? We are leaving city now?
I think your friends need one more day. Last I heard, Cyrene was getting her armor fixed up, and that's sort of what's causing the delay.
This is unfortunate. I am very bored. Well, I've been meaning to talk to you about something, if this is okay with you.
Of course. What is it?
I wish to learn more of your abilities, your transformation. It seems similar to mine, but different at the same time. Can you explain this to me?
I will do my best. She says, my transformation isn't as easily mastered, I suppose, as yours. Not to take anything away from what you do, but there are many who, upon receiving the upon changing for the first time from a human or elf or what have you, they lose control of themselves. And many never recover from that state. However, those who do find themselves blessed with quite a number of new abilities, and even the ability to withstand some damage that might be the end of most others. I suppose I should explain more the origin of the change, though. As I said, many lose control of themselves once they're changed, and it is often those, the crazed, more feral members of my bloodline that often convert others. It's spread through, most often by bite. And it's seen by many as a curse, for reasons I'm sure you can understand. But it is my reality, and so I live with it. I do not allow it to control me. Rather, I have chosen to be the master of my gift, my curse, whatever you'd call it. And I believe that it's possible for others to do so as well.
What strength do you have that allow you to control this when others fail?
Hard to say. I suppose it's another debatable trait of mine that is perhaps a blessing, perhaps a curse. I'm a stubborn one.
Azaka, I want this power. Will you give it to me?
She kind of looks you in the eye and says, "Are you sure this is something that you want?"
I believe to succeed on my journey, risks must be taken. And I believe this is a risk worth taking.
I would encourage you to think perhaps for a while longer on this before I can feel right about making you, well, what I am. It's not a no. As I have seen you, I've spent enough time with you and the rest of the group to know that you are a wise one, and I believe it's possible for you to overcome the animal side that comes with the gift, but this is not a decision to be made lightly, and I'm sure you've thought about it a great deal already. But just know that this is not something that you can double back on once you've committed to it.
Very well. I will continue to be myself, to be who I am. I will not try to show you that I am worthy. I will not try to prove myself. But if you think there is a time where you think you can offer me this opportunity, please come tell me. But until then, I do not want our relationship to be changed. We work well together, and I want to continue to work well with you. So thank you for hearing me out and for considering what I have to say.
Of course.
Now, tell those city slickers to hurry their asses up. I'm getting sick of being in this tree.
She kind of smirks and nods before turning around and walking back down the hill toward the gate near Executioner's Run.
So, yeah, Scorn does kind of a little half smile, like to show that he's joking a little, but he's pretty serious at the same time.
All right.
So, yeah, that's all.
Cool. Okay. So, yeah, so I think we see Scorn kind of, I don't know, getting settled back in or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Everyone makes fun of him.
wow.
Because he got turned down.
No one saw it.
Azaka was like, I don't want to have to deal with him all the time.
All she has to do is bite him one time. Be a little
Yeah,
weird,
but then she'll be like responsible for him if he does anything.
yeah,
Like, I don't want to have to babysit you forever.
Yeah. We'll see.
Okay.
Azaka cares about people, unlike some.
Yeah, like Fib.
Yeah. Fib didn't outright kill the guy. She gave him a chance.
So, so caring of her. So.
Yeah, I know.
I was still pretty pissed that Serenity made sure he didn't die, though.
Yeah, well, I've never mean to Serenity, and I don't know why she did that to me. So.
I mean, you didn't tell her that you did it, so.
Yeah, but if I did tell her, would she have let him die?
Serenity needs to
No.
just start letting people die indiscriminately.
Yeah.
I mean, if a few people have to die who are innocent in order for Fib to be able to kill people, I mean, that's fair.
That's
to kill people because they were rude to her.
Yeah. He didn't give me a job, he disrespected me. I'm better than any of his players. You know what?
that
we
does
all
warrant
learned.
death. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he shouldn't have been an asshole to her and been very weak.
I guess he could have learned his lesson.
Well, he didn't, because someone healed him.
What did he though?
You
Like
can only
because
learn your lesson in the afterlife.
Yeah.
apparently, yeah.
Well, in my head, learning his lesson would be he dies. So,
But would he have even known it was you who killed him? And
Eh.
why? And why he was
Viv
being
would have
killed?
known.
Okay.
A key component of learning, by the way.
If the other person knows.
It would have made Viv feel better, and that's really all she cared about.
There we go.
Yeah,
See now,
yeah.
now we're getting down. to it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this was about to get as convoluted as Saturday campaign and Bungdo's self-defense of another.
Oh yes.
But yeah, so okay. Well, then I guess we will head back to Quayothe's place.
I
where-
like that name. It just feels
while,
satisfying.
while he once he walks away, I'm gonna message Thorv and I'm gonna say, I may say some things that may not necessarily be true right now. Just play along with it.
Will do.
He gonna lie?
I'll just give him a slight nod.
Hey, you think I'm bad?
All right. So yeah, a couple of minutes pass, and again you hear the sound of footsteps coming up the distant stairs, and eventually making their way down the hall and into the lavishly appointed living room in which you find yourselves. And sort of stopping the entrance to the room, you see Quayothe, and she looks surprised, I guess would be the best word. And she says, I didn't imagine I would see you again so soon. Have you reconsidered?
I personally was all for the plan. I actually came to talk to you not only about that, but about another matter. But I guess first I'll tell you that I'm all for this plan that you have. And I'm sure my party will come around, and I'll just kind of wink at her. Even
What?
if I have to convince them myself. And I'll say, but I was just terribly distracted earlier, and I completely forgot to mention, I ran into a person named Omala. He's appears to be one of the vendors that deals in something that you trade with.
Yeah, as soon as the name Omala comes out of your mouth, she you see an eyebrow go up, and she sort of looks at you, certainly with more intensity. But yeah, as she kind of like stares a hole through your head, she grabs one of the crystal decanters, pours herself a drink, and sits down across from you and Thorf. Says, and what business exactly do you have with Omala?
Nothing other than just overhearing his conversation. And I was just curious as to what he could do to anger somebody like yourself.
Well, before we get to that, I suppose I should ask why it is that you are coming to me and having this conversation rather than Omala himself.
Well,
Is he scared?
Oh, you have no idea. He's shaking. He's so scared. So,
Good. He should be. He's a criminal.
like, is he a bad criminal, or did he just... And if you don't mind me asking.
He violated the long-standing trade regulations of Port Nyanzaru and made the mistake of dealing with someone who was less than discreet. And now that I am aware of his trespasses, I have simply addressed them through the proper channels. Now, what business is this of yours?
Well, as I said, I ran into him and offered to, at the very least, find out what was going on, and he, along the line, has informed me that the prices have recently gone up, and I am not one to judge anything in this city, but I thought, well, if we're leaving to go out in the jungle, that perhaps I could, if we're not going to do you a favor while in the city, perhaps there's something that you're looking for, or fruit, or anything that you're looking for out in the jungle that I could perhaps bring back on my next trip through.
She nods and kind of looks off to one side, like, oh, I see what this is all about. What price has he offered you?
No price, just merely a favor. I'm always one to never look opportunity, or look a good gift horse in the mouth, if you will. I'm always one to welcome opportunity where I can find it.
So, your idea of opportunity is to be in the good graces of someone who dyes clothing for a living.
It's a foot in the door. But he, in turn, has led me to you. In an indirect way. So...
Yes, and here you are in my home, attempting to interfere with the execution of justice. Justice for something that was done to me. So, what is it? You wish me to spare him in exchange for you bringing back some piece of fruit or something?
No, I actually don't really care about him at all. I was simply, number one, coming back to let you know that from me to you, I will definitely try to convince my party that the next time we come here, it would be in our best interest to come and perform for you. But obviously the rest of the group, we're a little bit leery, so I figured I would come back and at least give you my assurances that I will make sure it happens, with or without them.
Very well. And she, make an insight check.
Alright. Okay, it is lagging.
Okay. So it seems she is... There's almost the look of someone with a debate going on within their head. She's wrestling with the idea of possibly getting you involved with something.
All right, I will say. I'll kind of lean forward, and I'll say, I'll kind of look to Thor, and I'll say, I've killed somebody for an opportunity to better the group as a whole. So, if there's anything that you need while we're out in the jungle, and I am desperate for a little coin. So if there's anything that you need taken care of, I'd be open. And then I'll just kind of lean back and kind of put my hands together.
All right, she nods, and I think you see a look of, well, I guess being unexpectedly impressed with your statement. And she says, I have a bit of time-sensitive business that I need taken care of. I'm not sure where your travels in the jungle are taking you. But if you can take a small detour and head up to Fort Belurian within the next, say, 10 days, and dispose of an individual by the name of Shago.
I pull out my book and I write it down. Just on a little corner. How do you spell that? S-H-A-G-U?
G-O. It's Shago.
Oh, Shago. Gotcha.
Yeah. And she says, of course, this is a task that requires some discretion. I can trust you with this, yes?
From a standpoint of knowing the map, is that within a 10-day travel?
All right. So let's head over
Just
to
'cause
the
I'm
player map for a second.
All right.
So
It's
basically,
buffering.
yeah,
Yeah.
takes a while to populate with all the like individual hexes and stuff.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's pretty easily within a 10-day journey. Like, you could probably, I mean, assuming you get like ferried across the mouth of the Tariki, which is not hard. I mean, we can almost hand wave that.
Okay.
You could probably get there in, looks like, about a week.
Okay. I'll say, well, is this person just a run-of-the-mill person, or are they an important person? Because that will give me a little bit more leeway if they are just a standard, normal person, but I would need time otherwise.
You won't find this person highly protected or anything of that sort. I'm not asking you to assassinate a king. Simply someone who has done me wrong.
I think I can handle that. Any recommendations on how, or would you rather I choose?
She thinks on it and says, well, I suppose one way of disposing of him might be to hire him under the pretense of needing a guide in the jungle. I hear he's been doing that of late, as he's fled the city to escape my reach.
Okay. I have a feeling I could arrange that. And I do have my ways, and at this point, Stratos just slowly appears around my neck, and I just kind of scratch his head.
Good.
Would you like me to
You
send
have- you
word?
Yeah, she was just gonna say you have the means to let me know when the deed is done.
I would have to send some sort of something. I personally do not have the means. I've been trying to convince my group that us spellcasters need money, but they don't seem to understand.
Indeed. Well, she looks over at Indar, who's been kind of just posted up in the corner. She says, "Fetch me one of the sending stones." Of course. Ducks out, and within a couple minutes comes back with, well, a sending stone. Smooth, white, kind of like etched, probably, say, like baseball-sized sending stone. And she kind of just gestures to you, and Indar, of course, presents it to you, and as he does so, Coyote says, "You may use this to reach me. But please don't make a habit of doing so without important and ideally positive news."
I'll make eye contact with her, and I'll say, "I won't let you down. I'll take it." And you said it's baseball sized, so it's fairly large.
Yeah.
I'll put it in my pocket, and
Okay.
and I'll say, and on the other matter, I will definitely let you know as soon as I convince my fellow companions or find a suitable replacement.
Of course. Well, Lucius, was it?
Yes.
I look forward to a long and mutually beneficial relationship.
As do I. And I will kind of stand up and just kind of give her a bow.
Slight nod as she remains seated.
Oh, she's... Okay, I thought she was standing up. I'm sorry. And I'll say, well, I don't want to... I don't want to waste any more of your time. I know that for somebody of your stature, time is definitely of the essence. And of the utmost importance. So.
Of course. Well, best of luck in your journeys, and I do hope to hear from you soon.
All right. And that's when I will stand up and bow.
Okay. And then, yeah, Indar is already, like, on his way to the front door to open it up and let you out. But, yeah. So, would Thorv have done anything, or he's just kind of observing?
I'll just sit and watch.
Okay. So, yeah. That's that. And the two of you are let out of Coyote's estate once again. And I guess we can kind of skip ahead to a point at which you guys all sort of meet back up, unless there was any exchange that you wanted to happen between Thorv and Lucius on the way out.
I do, as we're walking back, I do want to look over to Thorv and I'll say, you know I killed the guy at Camp Vengeance, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Oh yeah, does no one know we did that?
I think it was just you and me in there, Fid.
Huh.
But I'll say he was a nuisance and not going to help that camp at all. So, are you
Oh.
okay with being part of this? Or at least knowing
That one.
about it?
Not one for cloak and dagger stuff, but I can help out if I'm needed.
Okay. Well,
At least keep a secret.
cool. Alright, well, I appreciate it, and let it be known that, you know, you trust me, I trust you. So, we better hurry back before they
Yep, we
expect
better
suspect anything.
catch up with the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Are
Okay.
we informing them about this?
I wouldn't say necessarily inform them everything, but at least let them know that she's asked us to take care of some time-sensitive business. And we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
So, all right.
Cool. So, yeah, you all meet back up, and it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll say that for the sake of convenience, you've all reconvened at Scorn's Tree, I guess?
Sure.
Okay.
As we're walking up, I'll say, well, good news, guys. She doesn't want to kill us all. But she did actually ask me to take care of one small thing, a little further north than what we were planning. But it would give us a chance to possibly expand our horizons just a little bit before we head south. It wouldn't take longer than a week, I promise.
What did she ask you to do there?
She actually asked me to have a talk with one of the people there. Send a message to him.
Oh, cool. No, you probably can't tell me the message.
Oh,
Huh?
I'm gonna mutter really quickly to Fib in Undercommon that he wants us to kill some guy.
I love it. Okay.
Fib just smirks, and you can tell she's very happy with that.
And then I'll pull out the map and I'll point to Fort Balurian, and I'll say, we just need to go up here. It shouldn't take me longer than a couple hours if I can get a chance to find the person and let them know. But she did ask that we keep it quiet. So, the less people that know, the better. Other than us.
Do you need to be really careful when dealing with her?
Oh, I know. I've dealt with people like her before. I've dealt with much worse than her. But I will. I'd rather, like, as I said before, I'd rather be in her good graces, and I feel that at least showing her that I'm willing to work with her, or the group is willing to work with her, is going to be enough time for us to figure out what's really going on.
I'd rather not be on her radar at all.
Well, we already are, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's too late for that.
So,
As
It
a
smells
side
like ham.
note- He knows Undercommon. As a side note, I don't think
Does
you
he know
ever-
Undercommon? Cause we could talk to him then.
Yeah.
As a side note, you've never really expressed to Sirenny, like, how much you need money. You've just been like, oh, there's this job, and oh, there's this job.
Yeah, you've definitely just been like, oh, we should get some money now. Not like, no, I need money for spells.
well, I mean, I need money for Stratos too. Like, that's 10 gold a
but,
pop.
like, but you haven't spent, like, I need money
It's
to
not been like
get-
a vocally like underlined issue, I guess.
Like, it seems like you're just greedy, not that you actually need money.
Yeah.
Well, now you know.
Wait, did you tell us that? I missed
yeah,
it.
that was the
Oh.
whole beginning speech thing was,
Yeah. Well, you still haven't told us that you needed money. You just said, "Oh, we have this job opportunity."
Well, I did say that. I don't know if you know how. That was all in character.
Okay.
So.
Have you got to my tree yet?
Yeah, we're at your tree.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're just talking
'cause you
underneath the
said,
tree.
well, before we get to the tree, or like as we're approaching.
Oh.
If you
No,
went to-
I told them that we'd meet up with you guys at the tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
so it's kind of like they enter the presence of everybody else and kind of start the conversation that way, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like packing up my hammock and stuff.
Mhm.
Okay. You, how far north is Fort?
I'll pull out. Yeah, I'll pull out my map and show him. It looks like it's about a 6 or 7 day travel. I'm sure we can get passage across the what is that, River Tiriak?
Don't we
Tariki?
have our own boats?
If they're still there, I mean,
Yeah, we
So we're
never
still
really
on a boat.
guarded it.
I'll roll for it. I'll see if anybody like scavved them or not.
I mean, how far away would it be for us to walk to check it? Just
That's gonna take more than a week because they're in back.
well, but it's time sensitive to get there. I said
Well,
it wouldn't take longer than.
everything is time
Oh.
sensitive right now. Like,
Yeah.
anyways, how long? Okay, what's the difference in between traveling there by boat and traveling there by? 'Cause I figure if we hug the coast, we can still use our boats.
Well, it'd probably be looks like about maybe an extra day or so.
Yeah, an extra day or two if you went entirely by boat.
Okay,
But
so it'd be
like
faster
the-
to go over land.
The most expedient way would be whether you grab a ferry or use your own boats to kind of cross to like right there,
Cross
and then
there.
just beeline to the fort.
yeah, kind of go up like that.
Yeah.
And as he was saying, that's not too big of a deal to try to get across that.
I'm assuming a ferry would be quicker.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
How much do ferries cost?
Let's see. I mean, for a little thing like this, you're probably looking at I'd say like 3 gold for the group.
How much time will that save?
Well, essentially, you'd be looking at departing from here rather than here.
I
So,
can't see any of your.
Yeah, that didn't
oh,
show up.
hold on. That's because I'm in the DM layer. That's where you'd leave with the ferry. That's where you'd leave with your boats.
Yeah, you need to put dots on there because it's too big.
Fuck.
Also, I'm gonna show you what my map looks
So-
like.
I think he's talking about it's fucking blue on blue, but there for our boats, and then here for the ferry. Instead of having
Yeah,
to go,
thereabouts.
instead of having to go all the way around.
This is how
Whoa.
my map looks.
What?
Rip. Too many
Uh,
tabs.
Nuh-uh.
I
On this
mean,
browser,
something's
I
wrong.
only have one tab.
Something is very wrong.
Wait,
Yeah,
are
bro.
you? You're on the main map though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the thing that you're looking at.
Okay.
Just it's all there.
Oh,
Let
Try
me
it-
see.
Try
I'll just
adjusting your
refresh
zoom,
it.
Too. That could
My
do it.
Zune. Oh, Zoom.
Yes.
I was like, I don't have a Zune anymore.
Did you use the cable to charge it with?
Oh, hey, it loaded.
Hey.
Recharging my Zune worked.
There you
Now
go.
I can. No, ew. Sorry. Now I can see. Well, I started like burping, but I just kept talking anyway. Now I can see Shark Boy kill Big with his big fuck off sword.
Anyway, the practical takeaway from what I was saying there is, yeah, you'd probably save like a day or two, taking a ferry over taking your little rowboats that you found at Camp Righteous.
we should probably take the ferry then, if you
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, I feel like I can cover that.
All right. So, yeah. As you all...
What's I want to look at Azaka and see her facial opinion on this.
Her facial opinion. Okay. I mean, certainly not. She's not thrilled about going a week out of the way and doing some kind of mysterious favor for a person that she already doesn't like. But she's not really saying anything, as you know, she has said before. She's kind of along for the ride with you guys up until at least the point where you head to Firefinger and take care of her request.
And she has to do what we tell her.
So, I mean, does that mean that we can't do that immediately after this? Because then she'll just abandon us? Or...
Well, I mean,
We haven't really.
I don't know about that. Like, yeah, it's certainly not. It's not a guarantee that she'll just leave. We'll say that. Like, you know, she certainly seems to have developed some level of respect for you guys. Beyond just, oh, we are, you know, parties involved in a business arrangement, and you know, I show you around the jungle, and then you help me get my thing back from Firefinger, and then I just fuck off and leave you stranded.
Are you sure she wouldn't help out Scorn?
What was that?
So are you sure she wouldn't help out Scorn?
We don't know.
Fib knows everything.
I mean, she was there when we shared our thoughts on, you know, going to Firefinger after this to deal with that, so that we have some extra stuff going in, so that we are more prepared for the final battles.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I suppose the strictly legalistic interpretation is like, you know, she has shown you around the jungle, and you know, she is still owed a debt. So like, I guess there hasn't really been an explicit conversation had, like, hey, you're gonna go with us all the way down to this Omu place and do that. But at the same time, it was never said by Azaka, okay, well, after we get my thing back, I'm just gonna leave.
She's kind of rolling with the punches and seeing where it takes her.
Yeah.
So, because we haven't necessarily treated her badly either. So.
We've treated her so good. We went back for her.
Yeah.
Some of us didn't want to.
But we did anyway.
And that's what counts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we took care of the larger problem there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I'll pay the 3 gold.
okay, so it is settled that we're going to the fort?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Sounds good.
I suppose.
All right. So, yeah. With the 3 gold fee, everyone is covered getting across this kind of narrow arm of the Bay of Chult. And you basically spend the rest of today, so kind of like a half travel day, basically. We'll say getting to there.
We'll laugh if we get lost and wind up in the water again. Like, straight out of the gate, get lost, and we just wind up in the water.
A day later, Azaka looks at Scorn while treading water and says, I think we're lost.
That's the only thing I could think of as you were like explaining that.
We're paying 3 gold, we better not get lost.
fails navigation check, gets off the wrong side of the boat.
Gordon says to the group, Azaka, point out we lost. I think she's right. This is why Thor drowned 3 days ago.
Scorn's a dolphin.
Is Scorn leaving us all to die?
Hmm.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Rude. I knew he was corrupt. They would never do that to you.
He's not corrupt, he's just an asshole.
He let us die, that means he's corrupt.
No, corrupt means he got something out of it besides just pleasure.
Pleasure.
Yep.
Oh, we use the same word.
Wonderfully
Oh boy.
I'm proud of us.
Alright.
So about that survival check.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anyway, yeah, you guys spend the rest of the day crossing and eventually making it to the other side of the mouth of the Tariki. So then, you set up camp, all that good stuff. And, yeah, the night passes uneventfully. So, I mean, realistically, you should all be maxed out with everything that you could be maxed out with from a long rest. So you wake up. It's a new day. And for the first time in a while.
High.
Well, I guess we'll see. The sun is nowhere to be found as it's extremely warm and rainy.
Oh,
Hot shower day.
Hot shower!
Why is it always hot in this gosh darn jungle?
It's like going in the desert and saying, why is it hot?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Sometimes it's cold in the desert.
Exactly,
Yes.
idiot.
Like every day it's cold in the desert.
Every night.
Twice a day, at least.
Yep.
Anyway.
Alright. So, you head out, breaking down camp, and striking out to the northeast toward Fort Galurian. Let's see here. So, you travel for a few hours.
Can I ask Azaka to give us the breakdown of what Fort Beluarin?
Fort Valerian?
Yeah, I can't pronounce that. Yeah.
Just pretend the A is not there. That's what I'm doing.
I don't even know where it is. Where is it?
It's
North
to the
of
north.
Point Nine, Zario.
Like the only thing north of Fortnite.
Oh, I don't like it either.
What it is, you know, who inhabits it, why it's there, what in the world is that mine thing next to it?
That would be
Skyrim symbol for a mountain.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No one cares about Skyrim, Becca.
Rude.
rude.
Yes.
I had to use my reference I hadn't gotten to yet today.
No, John used to.
No, I didn't. Tim did.
Tim used to.
I mean, Tim used to.
Yeah, that means I didn't get to use it.
Oh, I'm only playing in games from now on that I don't have to limit the amount of Skyrim references the players make.
So anyway, okay, basic idea, at least as far as Azaka is concerned about Fort Belurian. Essentially, it is a fort garrisoned by, actually a faction that you've had a little run-in with before, the Flaming Fist. These, if you remember, were the representatives of the Flaming Fist that you met were I think the word we settled on was ignorant people who didn't know what a tiefling was.
Oh, aren't these the guys who tried to make us buy a permit to be exploring?
That's them.
This sounds
Yeah.
like we're gonna do some murders.
Do we get paid more if we just kill them all?
Wow, that was so dangerous. I had to sneeze with gas in my mouth.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
What if I had sneezed it everywhere? Oh.
It made a great story.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
No,
when
'cause I'd be the
juice
only one to
goes
see
up
it.
your nose.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, the fort is garrisoned by Flaming Fist mercenaries. Azaka has heard that it's associated in particular with one of the more populous northern cities by the name of Baldur's Gate, which you guys would know about, given that I'm pretty sure that's where you came from.
It sounds dwarven.
It's
What's it called?
Baldur's Gate.
Oh, Becca.
What?
It's kind
That's
of a
like-
big deal.
Yeah, it's like what the first like D&D game, whatever.
I know. I'm giving you a crap because I can.
Rude. He worked hard for you on this game.
All right. But yeah. So let's see. What else would Azaka know about the place? I don't know. Probably not too much beyond that, really. Like she doesn't have any relationship to speak of with these people. So.
Of course she doesn't.
Well, nobody in their right mind would.
Are we gonna be able to catch a ferry back?
Well, we were just gonna walk straight south, I thought,
Oh, okay.
because Firefinger
but-
is here.
Yeah.
I also assume that, there's a way to either two ferries or, like, flags.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get to a place by ferry, it would make sense that you can get back from said place, if that's what you want to do. Yeah. So go ahead.
No, I just don't know how you're gonna get paid if we don't go back.
Well, we'll go back to Port Nine Saru eventually,
Oh.
at the very least.
Will she have forgotten by then? It'll be so long.
You don't know.
Exactly.
All right. So you head out from camp, and let's see. Some stuff happens. What kind of stuff are we gonna have happen today? I think it's gonna be this stuff.
Also, a good reason to
Good
go to
stuff.
the jungle.
What was that, Taylor?
Oh, I just said also a good reason to go to the jungle. We can fight things.
The
I'll
best
kill
of
it.
reasons.
We could have fought things back at Port Narnzaru.
I mean, yeah, I suppose.
I can
You are
fight things
technically
anywhere.
correct.
We could have even fought her.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, let's see. You are just walking along on your merry way back out in the jungle, away from all the hustle and bustle and domesticated dinosaurs. And
I don't like how you said domesticated dinosaurs.
We find a not domesticated dinosaur.
The hesitation is real.
so, spoilers. It's not dinosaurs.
Oh, I was thinking.
You lied to us!
Surprise T-Rex again.
Suddenly, yeah. Somebody roll a D100 and let's not have a nat one this time. No. Although actually,
There we go, 51.
there you go. There you go. That is
That is
many
above
better.
average.
That's so
Um,
high.
So, you are walking along, and suddenly, a thing happens. Specifically, you hear this, like, almost screaming sounding roar erupt from a nearby tree.
Mm.
It better not
And-
be more Garbos.
I'm afraid they're
Garbos?
just too darn loud.
Yep,
Oh
Garbos.
no, it's gonna be Gorillons, isn't it?
Zorbos.
Garbos.
What's a Zorbo?
Nope, they're Garbo. They are now Garbos.
Kevin.
Yeah,
Kevins. An army of Kevins.
Well,
Disappointed!
dumb Kevin.
I'm just happy that I have somebody else in the group who understands that reference.
What?
Okay.
I thought you should have just said you're happy you found someone else in the group.
Anyway, loud screeching noises, and then there's like a chorus of hissing sounds as well. And it's
Fib hisses back.
suddenly initiative. Dun dun dun. So that happens.
Ah!
I get
But-
this, too.
I rolled really high!
But
Yeah.
these
I
things
rolled
have
a-
surprised you, and so
Whoa.
they
But
are
I
going
rolled a
to.
19.
I mean, yeah,
None of
that's
us,
cool.
none of
But
us
you-
is variant human with alert, are they?
Fib widens her eyes in surprise.
Unfortunately, none of you have a passive perception of 16 from what I can see, which is what you would have needed.
Mine is 18.
Mine's
Is it now?
No.
Go ahead and roll that deception check there.
Ha! You have to believe me. I
Oh,
got
no.
a 21.
So, shrieking roar, hissing sounds, and these two large blurs of movement come rushing out of the bush. And they attack you.
Ouch.
But first,
Ooh.
let me move you over to the battle map.
Are they badgers?
They are not badgers. They are, in fact, basically leopards with snakes coming out of them.
Can I have one? I will take one. I put one in my pocket.
Not sure if it matters, but I do need a +2 to that.
That will matter once we get into the flow of things. So yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah, well. Okay.
Let's see. That. I guess I should check Azaka's dex because.
What are their names?
I've got a really high dex for my, well, for being a caster.
Yeah, but I know what yours is, and Azaka's didn't. So that's what I gotta look up.
Ah, okay.
Azaka. Dex. Of course, it's the same as yours. Why wouldn't it be the same?
You want me to just roll a d20?
No, you're good. We'll
Okay.
just put you in front of
Today,
Azaka.
When all three of us rolled 4s.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, snake cheetah things show up out of the woods and they attack you. And what stuff do? They do
Play stuff, probably.
yeah, definitely
Stuff.
polite things.
How loudly are they purring?
Well, one of them, as it like shrieks out of the bush and runs up on you, instead of immediately pouncing, it like stops just shy of you, and let's see, it's going to. Actually, they would attack you that way, and then the other one would be here. So this one
Doesn't want to hurt me.
is going to pause, and you watch as the snakes all kind of rear up and begin to face your direction. And then, from said snakes, you see a cloud of some sort of gas begin rushing out towards you all. I need everybody to make a Constitution save.
Oh boy.
Rude kitties.
This is poison.
Let's see technically what that is considered. I think it is not poison. It is not acid.
The kitties have stinky breath.
Oh
I
boy.
needed that advantage.
Oh boy. Okay. And then I gotta roll for all your friends. Artists. Go.
There's so many friends. We're very
know.
popular.
Mhm.
Well, we're
We're
about to
like
be
the
fewer in
cool
number.
That's fine.
Okay, Artist and Dragonbait are both good. Let's get to Azaka.
What does dragon bait smell like?
Ham.
Oh, goodness. Always the ham.
Okay, so, let me get back to the top of all these con saves. Alright. So, Groilmod, Lucius, Cyrene, Thorv, and Azaka
Goodness.
all fall asleep.
No!
Oh, no.
Oh no! That's not good.
That is not good. It's very not good. Yeah.
Say the
So,
names again?
if you rolled less than a 12 on your con save, you are asleep now.
Oh.
Shoot. Why are you guys so sleepy?
Goromod's just drunk. Still.
Oh gosh.
Grandma is
taking so long.
adorable.
It's taking so long to put all these sleepy markers on people.
Oh,
Okay.
those sleepy markers are adorable.
Alright.
So-
Really disappointed masked robbers.
I thought there'd be more paintings here.
Why do I have a net on me?
You've had that
like
net
you.
on you for so
Yes.
long.
Oh yeah,
It's been
that's
on
from
me
like
forever.
the Zorbo fight maybe or something. I don't know. Yeah, the net can go away. Boop. Okay. So then the other one is going to come in and is gonna attack Dragonbait, I guess, because that's who's closest.
Rude.
And it's going to it's gonna slash at him with its claws, and then the snakes are gonna bite him. So claw attack hits, I think. Yep, that hits Dragonbait, and then the snakes miss. Okay. So yeah, like catching Dragonbait by surprise, it comes in and just like rakes the claws across his chest, and he takes a bit of damage, although it's not auto rolling, which is really irritating. Okay. Cool. Not much damage at all. 1 damage to be exact. And then we're gonna get to the top of initiative. So, Artis is
Oh.
awake.
Look at my test roll. A nat 1, but the damage was max. That's
Good
very
stuff.
disappointing. If it was real, it would be disappointing.
Why did you do a test roll?
I just added it, so I want to make sure it worked good.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to add it last week.
Okay. Yeah, so Artis. Gonna come around, and I don't think he doesn't have the awareness to like start waking people up or trying to. He's just like gonna jump in and try and fight this thing with Dragonbait, I guess. And as a matter of fact, we really need to get this cheesy jungle music out of here. Get some combat going. Okay. Alright. Gonna run up and slash, slash, and slash 3 times with his fancy dagger. Hitting all of those times. And he actually, like, tears this thing up. So, like, with a roar, it, like, rears back after getting slashed 3 times by Artis. Groilmod is asleep. Okay, Dragonbait. Gonna attack, because that's what Dragonbait does. He hits things with his fancy sword. So, Dragonbait takes 2 mighty swings with his Holy Avenger. 1 and 2. Okay, one of them hits. And he and Artis are actually doing a pretty good job of fighting this one off. Cyrene is asleep. Then it's the thing's turns.
Ugh.
No saving roll?
Nope.
You're too tired for a saving roll.
So, alright. Then these things attack more. And let's see, the one on Dragonbait and Artis. Let's see. I'm gonna roll to see what it does, because there's a lot of stuff that makes sense right now.
It's gonna run away.
Alright. So, this thing, as it's like kind of backing up, recoiling from the just flurry of blades that are flying at it right now, the snakes rear up, and again, they spew this gas, and these two guys need to make more saves. So then we're gonna go Dragon Bait. Just barely makes it. Artis passes the fuck out. Okay. Alright. Yeah, now the thing sort of like sneers and approaches slowly again to attack Dragonbait some more, feeling confident now that the numbers are thinned even more. Thorv is asleep. Scorn, you're awake. What are you doing?
Save us.
Panicking. I'm going to... Here, give me just a sec.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I was checking if I got advantage with pack tactics on the direwolf, but you're all incapacitated, so I
Yep.
don't. Okay, so in that case, I'm gonna go with Dionychus transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Go. Transform into it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go.
Walk on top of Groemon.
Yeah. I
Just
unnecessarily
trample.
walk on him to get to this spot.
Does that wake him up?
So I'm actually gonna look at that real quick. Let's see what happens here.
Because I imagine he just like runs and jumps off of him to land over there.
Yeah.
So I guess here's my question. Once you get there, what's your intent?
To start attacking this thing and hopefully lead it away.
Okay. So yeah, you step over maybe a little bit on Groemod, but he doesn't seem to be roused from his sleep. So
That's annoying. Okay.
yeah.
What a sleepy boy.
Yeah. Very sleepy. Okay. Yeah. Then I'll start attacking. So let's do that.
Ooh. All right.
Ooh, that's a good hit.
Hooray. Yes, how much? Yeah, 10 plus 2. Does that do a crit on there? Oh yeah, it just adds a die
Yep.
automatically. Oh wait, did it?
Yeah. So the way it works is it's the initial roll, and then the modifier that goes on it is the first, like that's the 10, and then it rolls another die, which is the 2. You roll the 2 on a d8.
Oh, I see. Okay. Cool. And then I do 2 claw attacks. There's
'Kay.
1,
Mm-hmm.
2.
Okay. The first one misses, but the second hits.
Hooray.
Okay. So yeah, you've done a fair bit of damage to this thing. It's not
Thank
like
you.
on death's door, but yeah, respectable.
Is Death's Door within sight?
Certainly more so for this one than this one, but
I see how it is.
neither one especially close.
Cool. Alright, well, that's good enough for me.
All right, Lucius is asleep. Azaka is asleep. Fib, what are you doing?
Okay, Fib wants to stay away from this, because if it does a sleep thing again, what's the range on a dagger? Is it 20, 40?
30, I think.
It's 2060. I just
There you go.
checked.
Oh, really?
I don't like it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna run to. Okay. Poop, 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 poop. Scurries on over. I guess I'll just attack it with my new rapier. It's not very
Okay.
painful. Oh
Oof.
no, that was.
All right. Yeah, you try, but like one of the snakes kind of snaps at the rapier and like drives it off course.
Ugh.
Yeah.
She's annoyed because this is the first time she attacked with it, and she's now. I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration to my good friend the dinosaur.
All right.
And
Wait, me
that's
or Dragon Bait?
what Dragon Bait's not a dinosaur. Racist.
He is.
Alright, my bad.
He's a dragon.
I think he's a lizard guy.
Yeah.
Hey John, stop being racist with him.
Okay.
He's a dragon. It's in his name.
No, his name is Dragon Bait.
Wait, does this mean we're gonna get attacked by a dragon?
You don't know.
Yeah, I've been wondering.
You play your cards right.
Oh boy. Then, alright. That's it for me.
Okay.
Finn has this
As Finn
discussion
suddenly
with
has a
himself.
realization.
Yeah.
Okay. Artis is asleep. Grandma's asleep. Dragon Bait is not asleep. Okay. Yeah. So Dragon Bait is gonna do more Dragon Bait stuff, and let's see. I think instead of ham, the smell transitions to a combination of smoke and violets.
Is that pleasant?
There's no one over there to
I
even
think
smell
that's
it.
pleasant.
Smells like a burning garden.
Viv has a very good sense of smell. Ooh, she likes burning garden. Viv has burned a garden or two in her day.
I bet she has.
Yep.
Alright, so a couple more swipes with the Holy Avenger. Okay, so both of them hit. And yeah, that's not bad. Okay. So he lands a couple more blows on this one down by him and Artis, and it's looking pretty rough. Alright. Yeah, it kind of like staggers and kind of bumps into a nearby tree, but it's like still maintaining that like combat posture. Sirene's asleep. The creatures then, I guess to be consistent here, we'll have the one by Fib and the Dananana attack. Okay, so let's see. This one is going to turn and attack Fib.
Why?
So claw attack. It's a 14 to hit.
No, wait, yeah.
Okay, and
Why
then
is
also.
Crazy so low?
I'm a bard.
Then also the snakes snap at you and try and
Actually,
get an
wait.
attack in there.
What is leather armor only 11?
It's pretty low, yeah. I think it is 11, and then you get dex.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So yes, if the claws hit, then the snakes definitely hit. So I need you to make another con save.
Oh, oh.
Okay.
I have so few
cool.
hit points to start with.
So why is this not auto rolling? It's so irritating. There we go. I don't know why this one is different from all the other ones, but it is. Anyway, claw and snakes. So the claw does 5 points of slashing damage. And
Okay.
then the snakes do 4 points of piercing damage as like half a dozen snakes just sink their fangs into you.
Ah, she likes it.
snakes though?
Oh no, I forgot.
Oh boy.
Oh.
The snakes have returned with a vengeance. Which
Shut up,
I guess is
Gromon.
a good thing to bring up since you now take 19 points of poison damage.
Shitting fuck no. She lays down and just takes a nap for a minute.
Okay.
Wait, hang on.
Things are looking great. Okay, and then the other one is gonna attack Dragonbait, because it's the only one around that's really posing a threat. So, slash, crit, snakes, miss. Okay, the snakes miss, so that's big. Dragonbait still gets, like, slashed across the chest again. But he stands his ground. Thorv is asleep. Scorn is not asleep. What's Scorn doing?
I guess I'm just attacking a lot of times.
Okay.
So there's a bite.
Ooh, that's a miss.
Wait. I'm gonna use my... Bardic
Ah, yes.
Inspiration.
Do the thing.
My strawberry has a hole in it.
Alright, now
That
it's
is-
a 10.
Still a miss.
Well,
So since it has the hole in it, is it literally a strawberry?
Ah.
Oh.
Yes.
then claw attack, which can we use? Let's go ahead and use the second number.
You know, if you had advantage for a reason, then maybe we could second but-
He's enraged because his best friend just fell over.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I
That
don't
must
have
be it.
advantage. Alright, and then final.
Oh.
Oh my.
Oh.
John!
Well,
You
it's a
don't
good
care
thing-
if we die?
No, it's fine. Everyone's just taking a nap.
Go, Newton! Quiet, Grandma.
You
In
should
case anybody forgot what module we're playing.
Yeah,
I hope
Alright.
we all die.
I don't.
I think I have 3 other character sheets ready to go, so I'm fine with it.
If we die, I'm telling you right now, if everyone dies, my next character is gonna be Tommy Bombadil.
All right. So, yeah, that's Scorn's go. Sleeping.
I'm just using feint attacks to trick him. That's
Yeah, you're setting him up.
Yeah.
All right, I need a death save from Fib.
What? It's not my turn yet.
It is now, yeah.
It is
Everybody else is
and
asleep.
Everyone's sleeping.
That's not fair. I don't know how I'll do it.
You just click on the word death save on your.
It's too late. I made it. Ha ha ha.
That's fine.
Sure, yeah, that's fine. It's the same thing. So yeah, 1 success.
Woo!
Artis is asleep. Gromod is asleep. Dragonbait is not asleep.
You
Okay.
guys thought it was so hard being asleep.
Okay. Yeah. Still smells like a burning garden. Still swinging that Holy Avenger, and oh, there's a crit.
Thank
Okay.
God.
So yeah, like the first swipe, Dragonbait just cuts off half the snakes from this thing, and then like on the kind of follow through, bringing the blade around for a second attack, just straight down through the cheetah or the leopard skull, and the thing just collapses, and the other like 3 or 4 snakes are just kind of like spasming before they eventually stop moving.
So you won't be fine.
That'd be pretty badass if somebody was around to see it, other than Scorn.
I don't think I'm paying much attention either.
No.
That's fair.
A little preoccupied.
That's fair. Let's see here.
You
He's
should
asleep.
pay more attention to your surroundings.
You should not die
I
on the
finally
ground.
rolled a decent.
You should heal me
like,
then.
Yeah, I don't feel like it.
Initiative.
I
Oh,
can't
God.
cast while in this form.
Yeah.
My condolences for your initiative.
John, don't be such a baby.
What do you mean? I'm not wasting. Listen.
I'm not listening.
Blue Boy needs some axe beak time. I'm not wasting that time to keep you alive.
What the
Wow.
hell?
He needs to come save us.
Yeah, where is he?
Yeah, where the hell is Bluebeak?
Blue boy.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want me to bring him into this encounter?
Yeah, I don't care.
Think
I
long
do.
and hard.
No.
No. Would you
Anyway.
rather us die or Blue Boy?
He's not gonna die. We'll all die anyway.
I'd rather him die.
So, the surviving snake leopard thing is going to turn its attention now to the little dinosaur that is
Me.
harassing it. Yes. And it's gonna slash at you with its claws and miss.
Nice.
And then it is gonna try and snake you. That
Ew.
sounded bad. Yeah, that sounded really bad.
I've seen enough
Please let
anime
it
to know where
miss.
this is going.
Okay, that's a 19 to hit.
Ooh.
Alright.
6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And 24 points of poison damage.
Okay. I am back to being me.
Wait,
Uh-huh.
did he not roll a Constitution?
Oh! You're right. I'm sorry. Roll your con save as the...
Oh, Jesus.
Oh!
Okay. Okay.
Oh, good.
So
okay.
it halves the poison damage. So you still take a total of 18.
Okay.
Oh my god!
So I'm still wild shaped.
Cool.
That's so.
Because the first one was 6, right?
Yeah, so you take the
Okay.
full 6, and then you take 12 poison damage instead of 24.
Okay, so I have. Oh, 12?
So it's a total
Yes.
of 18.
12 point, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I did that right. Then I
Okay.
have. No, I have 8 out of 5.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Then, I think this thing's feeling pretty confident, so it's gonna stick around. Thorv is asleep. Scorn is not asleep. What's Scorn doing?
I mean, I feel like at this point I gotta go for it, right? Like,
Ugh.
Do whatever your heart desires.
my heart desires vengeance.
Don't run away.
Okay.
If your heart desires to run away, I'm saying, then don't listen to it.
Oh, gotcha. Alright, 14.
That hits.
Alright, so 8 piercing.
Okay.
There's a good old miss.
Yeah.
And a 12.
Just misses.
Alright. That's right, I only would have done 3 anyway, so.
Okay.
I think that's gonna be all. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I say that I'm okay with getting knocked down by this thing, so.
All right. Lucius is sleeping. Azaka is sleeping. Fib, I need a death save. Just barely makes it. Okay. Cool. Cool. Artist is asleep. Royal Mod is asleep. Everybody almost is asleep, except now Dragonbait's awake and he's gonna come over and try and help. So,
Buddy.
okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, he makes it over, no problem.
Flanking?
This is not Critical Role Campaign 2, so no.
Oh.
Alright. Swing 1. Swing 2. Okay, first one hits. Like, decapitates a single snake from the side, catching it unawares.
Which means
Um,
less poison damage, right?
Sure, that's
Yeah.
definitely
Alright.
definitely how that works.
Sounds like he's telling the truth.
Yeah. Sireni's asleep. Then the thing gets to go and do stuff. Okay. It looks at the Deinonychus, and then over at Dragonbait, who just ran up and partially decapitated it, I guess. And then it looks down to the ground at a sleeping goblin.
No. Pay no attention to that sleep.
And it is going to it's gonna try and scoop up Groilmod and then get out. So
Oh, he's not getting far. I'm gonna chase this way.
all right. So yeah, I think I mean it's probably not hard to pick up a sleeping target. So it picks up Groilmod and then begins to climb up a nearby tree. We'll say, let me double check its movement to see how far it
It's
gets.
using our strategy.
If it's carrying, does it move at half speed?
Also, does Groma take
Do you see how big it
damage and thus wake up?
Ooh.
I'm grappled. I'm not being attacked directly.
He bit you real hard.
like picks you up by the scruff of the neck.
Oh my god.
Like-
You're definitely taking humiliation damage right
Yeah.
Shame Bane.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, let's see. It's probably about 10 feet off the ground, like climbing a tree. So we're getting close here. But yeah, we'll say it's basically like here, but 10 feet up.
Did they get attacks of opportunity?
Yeah.
Oh, for the love of God,
I-
please hit.
Choose to do that.
Oof.
Nope.
That's a no. And let's,
on,
let's
Dragon
see
Bait.
Dragon Bait.
Crit.
Swing that big ol' Holy Avenger. Let's go. Okay, he hits. And slashes the thing, and there's like a big wide gash along its side now, but it is still standing and still dragging your friend off up into a tree.
It's a good thing I distracted him with my attack.
Yeah.
That's what that did.
Yep. Go team. Alright. The Orv is asleep. Scorn is not. What's Scorn doing?
Okay, I need to ask if I'm allowed to use my pounce. So if I move at least 20 feet straight toward a creature and then hit it with a claw attack, strength saving throw, do I get to activate that to try to knock it pro?
Sure, go for it.
Alrighty, so I run and pounce up the tree at him, and I got a hit with a claw attack.
Ooh. Okay.
I still... Oh wait, I think... Hang on. Oh, I still get to use my normal attack, it's just if I manage to make him fall, then I get a bonus attack.
Okay.
So, here's my second
Ooh.
claw.
There you go.
Alright. Alright.
Alright, so 5 slashing, and then he makes a 12 strength saving throw.
Alright, so let me get that damage. And... Alright. Sorry, what was the saving throw again?
DC 12 strength.
Okay.
Fall.
It does not fall.
You want him to fall on Gromod?
Yes.
Well, fall with
Rude.
Alright, and then I have 1 bite attack left. Let's
Ooh.
go.
Okay, okay, that hits.
5 piercing.
Alright. So the thing is, like, it's definitely struggling a little bit now. It's looking a little weak as it tries to, like, drag itself up the tree and out of harm's way. It's still alive, but looking pretty rough.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and I suppose that's it from Scorn.
How did that first
So-
bite get there? I didn't click that. No.
That was your attack of opportunity.
Oh, right.
Yep. Cool. So, then we get to Fib. Make a death save.
Haha.
Yay.
You are
Hey.
stable.
You're
Yatta.
stable. Alright. Artis is asleep. Gromod is in the mouth of a leopard thing. Dragon Bait! Coming to try and save the day. Alright. So... comes up and we'll say, like... I mean, realistically, he can definitely hit something that's 10 feet up with this big-ass sword that he has. So...
Let's hope he does.
he gets 2 chances to try and put this thing down. So, first attack hits.
Yay.
Alright. And that is enough.
Ooh.
So Dragon Bait comes running over, is about to, like, haul itself and Groilmod out of reach. Just like flying leap, overhand swing of the Holy Avenger longsword that he has, and just catches the bottom half of the thing, and you just hear whoosh, and then thud as the blade embeds itself in the tree on the other side of this creature, and it just begins to slide and eventually falls backward off the tree, almost landing on Dragonbait, but we'll say for cool points he's able to kind of get out of the way. And Gromod falls with it, kind of rolling out of the thing's mouth once it hits the ground. Okay. So,
I'm still asleep after hitting the ground.
well, actually, hold on. Let's see, because you
take
oh,
damage.
right, because wait, it might be an instantaneous thing actually. Let me double check that. You might actually wake up on impact.
Just in time.
I suppose I do fall 10 feet, don't I? Take a d6
Yeah, you do.
damage.
You do, and upon doing so, you're jolted back to awakeness and alertness. So let's see, d6.
See, within the rules of the game, it would have made sense for me to use my 3 attacks to wake 3 people up.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
feels weird to just be like, oh, I'm gonna attack my friends now.
Yeah, and that's, that's fine. I mean, it worked out, and it was probably a little more dramatic this way. So yeah, Gromod takes 1 point of falling damage, and he's awake.
Oh. I mean, I think I would transform back immediately and go start trying to wake everyone up.
Okay, and yeah, I mean, it's easy enough to do so. You just have to like shake them awake, kind of, take a couple seconds, and yeah, they all come to without too much difficulty.
Okay.
All right.
I tell Fib that. Well, I want to go. Well, I was asleep.
Yeah.
And Fib's unconscious.
Mhm.
What happened to Fib?
I mean, she tripped and
You
knocked
guys
herself
are
out.
just-
It looks like.
You guys suck. You just
I'll
leave
walk-
her laying there.
I walk over and look down at her.
I
Kind of
use
nudge her.
Cure Wounds
She looks
on you.
beautiful.
Nudge her with my foot, see if she's sleeping too.
Here, you
Gromod, still in a daze, starts digging a grave for her.
you can have
Yeah,
I'll go help.
yeah, I'll come over there too. I'll
That wouldn't help
supervise.
for me.
I just rolled it, yeah. Why did not... It only added 1d8, though. That's dumb.
Wait,
Roll a d8 then.
no, you rolled one. You rolled the higher level cast is the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Oh,
it's
so
it's
it's
9.
9 total.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, jeez, why doesn't it
still
not
sucked.
just...
Yeah, that's dumb.
Well, it's because it keeps it separate, so you know what you rolled on each.
Ah! Okay,
Was that...
so... What?
Nothing. So he's just... The touch is just hit, like, one finger extended onto, like, your forehead.
And she wakes up and her beautiful black eyes stare into yours.
You
I
awake?
ask Fib what
Ugh.
happened to her.
Fucking snakes.
I'm sick of these motherfucking snakes. Motherfucking
In this
jaguar.
motherfucking jungle! And she brushes herself off. And she's muttering to herself in under. So only Thorv can understand her.
At this
She's-
point, at this point, I say, guys, she's alive. There's no need to dig a grave.
Did
I
they-
guess we can stop.
Did they poison you, or just bite you a lot, or?
She glares at Cyrene and just says, snakes.
Well, I'm wondering, or like, if they're poisonous, we can get poison from them.
Would I even be able to tell if I got hit by... Like, I got
I
bit
mean,
by a snake, so...
so I think because of how obscenely potent this was, like, that it wasn't just the like couple pairs of fang marks that you have on you that put you down. So you're pretty sure.
Okay. It seems like it was poisonous. And she goes over to the snake, and she starts cutting their heads off. And putting the heads in a sack.
Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah, a bunch of snake heads. Cool.
How many snake heads?
We'll say 5.
Alright, let me just put that in my thing.
Actually, as you're entering that, enter 5 Commodon snake heads. So I'll put that in chat. Just so I know what the hell we're talking about when this inevitably comes up later on.
That's what these were called?
Yeah, so these creatures, snakes and all, are called Commodons.
I wonder if they have a bounty on them that we can get money for. Looking at Lucius.
They did kidnap Corilman.
A bounty for what now?
You cut out.
A bounty for what?
Killing them.
Why would we have a bounty? Or why would we get a bounty for it?
I mean, if people are getting poisoned and stolen and taken up trees, they might put a bounty on them.
We can only
There it
try.
is.
Zaka might know better than
Yeah.
Lucius.
Yeah, so I guess finally waking up herself, Azaka chimes in and says, I don't know of anyone placing bounties on, well, most creatures of the jungle, honestly. Usually it's sort of left to adventurers and travelers to take care of themselves.
I didn't know if they ever ventured into cities.
Oh, those that are met with city walls and armed guards, but the denizens of the port don't make a habit of going out and seeking trouble.
That doesn't stop New Delhi from having a jaguar problem. No, literally, they have a problem with jaguars roaming the streets.
And where?
Up walls. New Delhi. Or Delhi. Saying New Delhi. In Delhi.
Like ham?
Ham.
No, like India.
Are we taking a short rest?
Is this something that I would have looked at, or at least read about in the book, or no?
Let's see where it is. It seems like perhaps not, because it's not showing up when I search Volos. So we shall say no.
Alright.
Oh.
I'll say, well, this thing doesn't actually show up in this book either. So, I'll pull out my spell book and I'll write about it.
It is a special edition just for Tomb of Annihilation.
Oh. So yeah, I'll pull out my spell book and flip to kind of the back parts of it, and I'll just kind of write a little insert about it's a leopard with snakes on it, and just gonna write a little bit about it.
Okay. Somebody roll a D100.
Not me.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Ah, he beat.
Carry on.
Everybody
probably
awake
should
now?
Yeah.
You go and check. Make sure.
Well, what?
Can we eat this, Azaka? This flesh good to eat?
I would stay away from the snakes, but I think the rest of it should be fine eating.
Their skin probably good for creating clothes.
She she nods and kind of, you see like a little shudder as well But yeah.
At this
Wait,
point,
why?
I'll message Scorn and I'll say, "Did you forget she's part leopard
I say
Tiger.
back.
or
She's
tiger?"
weird.
Well, whatever. She's part cat.
Yeah. Well. Oh well. I keep going. Or I mean, not keep going, but if no one like agrees with me, then I just kind of shrug because because I'm used to people coming into my territory to hunt animals for their skin and stuff. So,
Mhm.
but if no one seems to want to do that, I don't worry. So I move on.
Okay. Cool. So yeah. Anything else you guys wanted to do?
I don't think so.
Alright.
Could we really quick just know what that D100 was for?
Yeah, so there is a chance that you encounter something else as part of a Commandant encounter.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
I didn't actually expect an answer. It's a miracle.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very vague answer, but it was an answer.
We encounter the King Commandant.
Yeah.
T-Rex is lurking around somewhere.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm always afraid of at this point.
Fucking rat bastard.
Yeah.
Hide behind a tree or something.
Yeah, did anyone check the whole map? Hang on. I don't see it.
It'd be such a scumbag move by the writers. Yeah, you have to fight off a bunch of like snake, almost Medusa leopard things, and then roll a D100. If it's above such and such a number, a T-Rex shows up.
I mean, that's their
Most of us
favorite
slept through
delicacy.
it, so.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I guess that you guys would have made it easy for me to get away. So.
Not he
yeah, I
was
mean-
super hungry. He could have killed you and then knew we weren't going anywhere.
No, I could have run pretty far before he got me though. So then he would have been like, "Well, screw it. I'm gonna go back and get those nice little snacks laying on the ground."
He would have stomped on your face.
I would have befriended him and then rode him back to you and ate you.
You would have eaten me? What the
Yeah.
hell?
Yep.
Yeah,
You-
he was
you
a
nasty.
Dananana.
Yep.
Don't question his diet.
No, you would have eaten me as a furball. I can't say your name.
It's just Furbulk. You said it. Fine.
I always want to say it fearball.
That's fine too.
Oh,
I've heard it.
she's getting concerned.
I don't want the group to eat each other.
Aw.
Okay, say
So,
we're toads, JK. Yeah, I mean, I'm ready
yeah.
to move on.
Okay.
Since
Cool.
since you finished nap, we can leave now. Yes.
Yep.
Who'd you say that to?
Everyone who napped. You not nap.
Okay, are we taking a short rest? Do we take a short rest? We've been standing here a long time.
Fine.
I mean, if you guys want to, like, you wouldn't have already gotten one. If you want to take one, you can.
Ugh, I question it.
Yeah, I think we should get away from here.
Yeah.
We never get any.
we can at least move away for an hour or so, so that scent of dead animals.
What time is it?
You're away from.
So it is still not even halfway into your travel day.
Yeah, we'll get a short rest when we stop for lunch. I'm walking on the inside of the group, by the way.
You scumbag.
Yep.
I'm walking right here.
I will cast Cure Wounds on you to give you 9 more.
How'd
Okay.
you do that? Whenever I roll it, it sucks.
Because she's a real healer.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh. Okay. So yeah, you continue along after accidentally napping, and yeah, go on and eventually get to a point where you can stop and grab some lunch. At which point, I guess we'll call that a short rest. So if you guys wanted to roll hit dice or anything along those lines, now would be the time.
But you guys, you mean Fib. She's literally...
Oh my god.
Of course, it's in that one.
It's okay. I'm only 2 below max. I'll take it.
Okay. So yeah, as you're sitting and Fib is like, I don't know. I feel like the low roll is probably like you're struggling to get comfortable or something. So it's not the most
Oops.
restful of rests. But oh yeah, there's
Actually,
that too.
I get more, so that's fine.
There you go. There you go. So against the odds, I guess you still managed to kind of heal up.
Oh, I have to roll for it?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
just like my charisma or something. Okay, I'm up.
Yeah, no, you're good though. Okay, somebody roll a d20.
Ooh, ooh,
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, I wasn't even typing. Dang it.
damn it.
You say it like you know a low roll is bad for you or something.
No, it's a 5. So yes,
I hate seeing 5s.
I guess like it could be good. I just am so used to it being bad that
So yeah, as Fib is sitting and singing her song of rest, those of you who aren't like expressly trying to rest up or whatever, let's see. Actually, we can figure out who this is. Scorn. You see a sudden movement dropping down from one of the nearby trees, and you hear the crunching and crackling of something pretty heavy landing in a nearby bush.
Alright, I said something over in that bush. And
I'll send Stratos over there.
I get a produce flame ready.
Stratos is over.
I'll start walking over that way.
Okay. So Stratos taking the lead then, scouting things out. You send him over, and you see sitting in like the crushed middle portion of this bush, looks like several casks, all bound up in like a netting of some sort.
Alright. Do they seem to be moving? I'm gonna look up at where they came from.
Yeah, you don't see anything. Well, okay, you would see probably a like swinging, now kind of blowing in the breeze length of rope that seems to have frayed and snapped.
Does it look like that was tied to... Does it look like it was a trap?
Make an investigation check.
Alright. Pretty decent at those.
Doesn't really look like a trap. It looks more like maybe something that was stored up and out of the way, and just the elements have kind of worn down the rope to the point where it couldn't hold the weight of whatever's in those casks anymore.
Alright, I'll go and investigate it then, and I'll let everybody know that it's a bundle of casks of something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. So you head over and poke around. Yeah. Anything I should know about before you guys investigate?
Just that I resisted the urge to thorn whip it right before Lucius touched it.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah. You have what looks like 4 casks.
Oh, I
in
thought
this
it
netting.
sounded like you were gonna say cats. I got really
No.
excited.
Are they
Cat for everyone.
full of something? Or...
Well, you want to look inside?
I'll put one out in the open. Like, I'll pull them out of the bush and put one in the open.
Yeah, bomb
And-
squat them.
Yeah, basically. And I'm like, anybody want to open it? Because if this thing blows up, I'm kind of boned.
Zorbos pop out.
Ah, hell
You've
with
heard
it,
of a
I'll
barrel of
open it.
monkeys? How about a cask of Zorbos?
I'll just open it, yeah.
Okay.
If you don't want to, I can walk over and open it.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I'll hide behind Thor.
Alright.
I'll
So,
go
so you...
walk and probably open the cask.
Alright, yeah, you pry the top off of it and look inside, and
Is it beer?
it looks like water.
Oh.
Boring.
Hmm.
Is it poison?
Are there throat leeches in it?
There are not throat leeches in it.
I
I'll
eat
turn
the
to
throat-
Cerny and let her know, see if it's just water.
You're the water expert.
Can I investigate it to see if it's just water?
How would you go about doing so?
I will try to shape it because I have shape one.
There you go. Okay.
So if I can shape it, it's water.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you try and shape it, and it shapes.
So it's definitely water. I don't know if it's poisonous or not, but it's water.
Well, I feel like they wouldn't go through the effort to string it up in a tree if it was poisonous water.
Yeah.
It's probably fresh water from somewhere, but you know, that's hard to find. How big are the casks?
Each one of them is 5 gallons.
Ugh, I'm not the strongest.
That's heavy to try and carry around with us.
You guys are weak.
Alright, well you can carry it, I'm not doing it.
No, you're the physical characters, so you
Am
should
I?
just
I
do
don't
it.
think I am. I'm just a druid.
You always turn into things that bite and scratch.
I'm not I don't have enough hours of animal
Mm-hmm.
shapes.
Would 11 strength have enough to carry one?
So, I mean, think of it this way. Like, you've seen a 5-gallon bucket before,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so it's that full of water. So, I mean, yeah, it'd be cumbersome.
Couldn't
I
find a
feel
way
like
to put it on my back.
Yeah, after a couple hours, you'd really start to get worn down by that, though. That's just not practical to carry long term.
I mean, we could just leave it here. We don't need to take it.
Yeah, why are we taking it?
I don't want to take
Plenty
it.
of water.
Well, I figured we could use it as a bargaining chip for the idiots up north.
Mhm.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, but what if?
Oh,
Hang on.
yeah.
Can I inspect the? I want to see if I can find any symbols or like etchings or anything like that. Any markings.
Okay.
'Cause I'm worried that someone left it here and they're like gonna be pissed that we moved it. We just do an investigation.
Yeah, investigation will work.
Okay, 16.
Okay. So you do see, kind of like looking at one of these casks that isn't really opened yet, turning and inspecting all sides. The underside is emblazoned with, looks like the profile of a stag.
Okay. And I don't recognize that symbol.
Make a history check. Okay. It does seem vaguely familiar, but I don't think you're familiar with the group that it represents.
Okay. I ask everybody else then. I say, anyone recognize this symbol? I find it on bottom of cask.
Okay.
Gromot a
What
lot.
symbol?
Alright. Nope.
Oh my god.
I don't see a symbol.
It's right there.
Guys.
Oh my god.
I see something.
It's probably
Alright.
from a brewery if Thorv knows about it.
So, the Thorv, you remember seeing this,
He knows cast.
you remember seeing this at another supply cache that you guys stumbled across earlier in your travel. So, that's the thing. And you know what? I think with a 23, you would just outright know. This is the symbol of the Emerald Enclave.
Okay, I'll tell everybody.
Okay. Yeah, so
Who were
druids,
they?
nature worshippers,
Oh.
yeah. They they are kind of not the most integrated folk. So I suppose that's something that Scorn could kind of relate to, but in a different way. They're very much like preserving the natural order of things. They are known for living out in the wilds and having little outposts every now and then, and perhaps this general area is home to one of them.
I'm gonna send Stratos through the nearby trees to see if he can find any other stuff.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
For Stratos? 'Cause-
Well, if you want to just roll a d20, that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot to be seen around, but
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to cast, realize it's too heavy, and I'll just set it back down, so yeah, I'm not carrying that.
I want to shake the other 2 casks and see if they're just full of water or some liquid or anything else.
yeah, I mean, without opening them, you like pick them up, and they definitely seem to be full of liquid.
Okay.
Okay.
I vote we just leave it here then.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. So, that being it for that encounter, you guys continue on for the rest of the day, and nothing else falls out of any trees in your general vicinity. And, yeah. So, going back to the overworld map here,
Seen it.
you finish your day's travel. And in fact, oh, I'm moving a drawing rather than the thing that I wanted. You finish your day's travel, and in fact, you get another 2 days in, incident free.
Hooray.
So, you guys are actually here a couple days later.
At least we think we are.
Watch, we are all treading water in the Bay of Chult.
We're all very delusional. We would be dehydrated if we were out there, most likely. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would not be dehydrated. I'd probably be dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, there's that too.
We could just tie a rope to Thorv and call him an anchor.
All right. So let's see here. All right. So on this, what is it? First, second, third, now 4th day of your journey, which is a rainy day, not a hot and rainy day, just a rainy day, so not too bad. You are walking along, maybe an hour or so after you break camp, and you hear loud thumping, drawing closer.
Familiar thumping?
I mean, you haven't heard a roar to accompany it, so at least there's that.
But does it sound like... Yeah.
It's certainly a big thing.
We kill it.
Stratos is gonna go investigate it.
Okay. Yeah, so you send Stratos toward the thumping. And those of you that are, not looking through the eyes of a familiar hear it drawing a little closer with every thump.
I start attempting to hide up a tree because I feel like it'll take me a while, and if I start now, I'm like an advantage.
That's fair. Go ahead and make an athletics check with advantage. Hey,
Good for that.
good call there.
Yeah.
All right. So you send Stratos through the jungle, to the source of the thumping.
Do I need to do a stealth check too?
We may or may not get to.
Okay.
So send Stratos to investigate the source. You.
Sorry. I was gonna ask if I can see it up the tree.
Probably not.
Okay.
So Stratos goes, checks it out, and it's pretty obvious. So like he doesn't need to get super close to it to see what's going on. This is a towering humanoid creature, kind of lumbering through the woods.
Is it a cat?
Giant.
Is it? I was gonna say, is it something I've seen in the book, known as a giant?
Let me look something up by pipes here. So it is not something that is explored in depth in the book, but it certainly it seems to share quite a few traits with, say, a giant. And looking at it through Stratos's eyes, you do notice one glaring difference between this and most of the giants that you've read about. That being that this one only has a single eye on its face.
Oh, would I have known? Would I have read about these things before in any of my books?
It's possible. Make a history check.
Okay.
Yeah, you're pretty familiar with. You're pretty familiar with the idea of Cyclops. So yeah.
So I will say, is it a single Cyclops?
Yeah.
All right, I'll say it's a single Cyclops. They're big, they're mean, kind of giant-like, but one eye.
How
I
many
can
years?
tell something with one eye.
2 ears, one on each side of the head.
Good place for use. Oh shit! I just drew it.
From everything I've read about them, I've never encountered them before, but they're not too friendly. So, they're not friendly. So,
Fib climbs a tree.
Okay.
Wait, it's a giant. You know it can reach trees. I go and hide in a bush.
yeah, I'm gonna go jump in a bush too.
If it can't see us, then it won't matter.
And
How tall is it? Which I can't ask.
Tree
someone
also.
if a tree.
Okay. So yeah, people are making checks, hopping up in trees. Looks like you're doing pretty well. Yeah. Okay.
watch me fucking fail it. Yep.
Yep. Hold it. That-
Royal Mod's gonna try and hide in a bush.
okay.
Can I check my stealth?
Yeah, go for it.
Can I have advantage so it's not normal and not disadvantage?
I don't know about that because, I mean, it's still like it's still the same general idea. It's not like you have advantage because of the timing.
My tree
Okay.
is far away from Serenade.
I mean, I could get other people's opinion on it if I think about it.
Yeah.
I ran and jumped in my own bush, by the way, and I'm watching through Stratos.
Okay.
So
You
Yeah, so-
jumped
so-
in a bush first, so it's up to John if he wants to join your bush.
No, I did. I jumped first.
Fine.
yeah.
It's true. Anyway, yeah, so the thing keeps stomping along through the jungle.
Hope it dies.
I just trip and fall halfway to the bush.
Yeah, it's like it's dragging this big log with like chunks of bone sticking out of it behind it. Kind of like humming a tune under its breath. And eventually it gets to the general area where you guys are.
Ew.
And just walking along, humming, thump, drag of the log, thump, and then it stops and says,
Go bum.
looks like I'm having goat tonight. And he stoops down and reaches toward the pair of horns that he can see sticking up out of a bush.
Do I see this? Because I did have Stratos as my eyes.
Yeah.
As he's reaching down, I'm gonna Misty Step my fucking ass out of the bush.
Where to?
Go on his head!
Is he close enough that I can Misty Step behind him?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do that. And then I'm going to run.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you do that, and you just dissipate, like, the second before he brings his hand down on you. And you just... Those of you who are around, like, see the bush get crushed, and, I mean, you might not even know that Lucius is gone until he shows up behind the giant, and
I'm booking
Just
it
starts.
directly the opposite direction of where this giant is.
Okay. Alright,
I'm gonna
cool.
try to get behind a tree or something.
Alright, believe it or not, Cyclops are not the most wise and perceptive things.
That's exactly why I did exactly that. I know they are dumb.
So, yeah, just squishes the bush and, like, closed fist, like, almost, pretty much just clenches the fist and, like, pulls the bush up out of the ground and then, like, inspects it. Huh. Magic goat? Looks around all singularly shifty-eyed. And he, like, quickly, like, turns around, like, ugh. Turns around again. And, begins to kind of continue. And let's see. Now that he's kind of keeping an eye out, I'll actually have him roll perception rather than just using his passive.
You want me to pop another stealth?
Yeah, go for it.
That's better.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, then looking around as he continues, he sees, let's see. I mean, so neither Cyrene nor Thor are especially well hidden, let's be honest. So, yeah, he like pauses and looks around and then starts to notice, like, ooh. What blue thing?
I want to say hi. How are you?
Okay. Let me check something. Because there is something that I should probably look into. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he looks up at you and... what you?
Oh, well, I'm a water genasi.
Not understand.
I have a good I like water.
He nods and says, water good.
I agree.
Awkward pause as he just kind of like looks up at you.
No. But yeah. That's what I am.
What water person tastes like?
Well, I mean, not like much, I guess. I mean, water doesn't really taste like things, so.
Water animal taste good.
But water animal doesn't taste like water, does it?
Water person taste like water?
I don't know. I never ate myself before.
Ew.
I would appreciate not being eaten.
But hungry.
Well, I have some food in my pack, but it's not very large. I pull out, like, a ration, 2 rations.
Okay. So you pull out these things that like almost fit in your hand. But okay. So he looks at you and sees the rations and he's like, I joke.
I'm just gonna eat you.
I shrug.
Not eat people. Eat goat though. Goat good. You see goat?
Upon hearing that, I'm going to cast Disguise Self on myself, making myself look like her, actually, like a male version of Sunie. And I'll step out. I'll step out and I'll say, "Yes, it just ran that direction." And I'll point in the direction I just stepped out from behind the tree. Like I'll point in that direction. I'll say, "It just ran that way. I tried to catch it for you, but I missed."
You're lying.
That's fine.
So, I mean, make the token deception check. Okay. Says, "Oh, that nice of you. You water person?"
Yes.
Hmm. Well, why water person here?
I'll point in the general direction of like where the water is, and I'll say, "On our way back to the water."
He like looks that way and says, "But why not in water?"
We have to get there first.
Well, we're people too. We you know, go into cities and ports and stuff.
You better hurry up and get that goat. It was running pretty fast.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Not as
I was
good, but
expecting to go, oh crap, there's a goat. I forgot about the goat.
yeah, I was kind of hoping to.
Yeah, no, he just says, no worry. Goat tiny. Need many goat. Find more. But he, like, looks back in the direction he was going. Me should... And he, like, points home.
Oh, how far?
Long walk.
No.
Is he pointing in the general direction of where we were coming from?
Kind of, but like a little more south.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was gonna be nice and tell him, hey, don't go directly that way, you'll walk right into a civilization. But
I mean, I'm sure he knows where they are.
Maybe.
Sure.
Yeah. Alright, and yeah, with that he just like continues on his way. Says,
Good luck. Nice to meet you.
"Goodbye, water persons."
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thump. Thump. Off into the distance. Okay.
You just see Lucius go,
So Scorn comes out of the bush and walks over and just like, "Well done, you defeat Cyclops." many experience for this.
Yeah, we did.
That thing was about to eat me.
You hear giggling from the tree.
Don't worry. I was ready to spring into action, but you seem to have handled.
Thankfully.
Yes, because I don't know if my plan would have worked.
That's so funny.
We probably should get out of here before he decides that he wants to eat us.
It was nice.
Yes.
But we still should continue.
Racist.
Everything
Okay.
I've read about giants, they are not too kind to people. Cyclops? Eh.
That one was nice.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad.
Okay, we go north.
All right. And we watch the party continue north as the camera kind of zooms out, watching them continue their journey. But we're not quite done yet.
Oh boy.
I almost started singing the end credit music too.
Wait, there's more.
Yeah, so again, kind of sudden transition to a dark metallic platform, just barely lit from the sides, the little bits of light reflecting and refracting off the crystalline structure that seems to hem in this entire area. And we see the prone, face-down body of Treehugger amidst this spectral group of silent individuals. So Treehugger awakens and finds himself in this position. His face kind of slack-jawed, pressed up against the platform, and with this like dull bubbling sound emanating from somewhere deep down below. What would Treehugger like to do?
So he would look around and first off just try to figure out where he is and where his friends went.
Okay. So, yeah, you come to, open your eyes, look around, you see these people, some of them kind of peering over the edge. There's just kind of huddled, their knees tucked into their chests. Once you're up and in a standing position, you can see a little more clearly the rest of your surroundings. A number of these dark stone and metal spires jutting up from deep, deep down below. And up above, a swirling black mass that seems to focus down to a singular point at the top of whatever the structure is. You don't see any of your friends.
Okay, so I look to whoever seems the most least crazy, I guess. Whoever seems put together.
Okay, so probably not one of the rocking back and forth, knees in the
Yeah.
chest people. Got it. Yeah.
And I just say, hello, new friend. My name's Treehugger. I'm looking for my older friends. Have you seen others?
And this gentleman in kind of like ratty looking but serviceable clothes kind of breaks the almost trance-like state that he was in, looking over the edge, and kind of for the first time acknowledges that you're there. It says, "You don't know what happened, do you?"
Well, I was stabbed, but only one stab. Not enough to, kill me. I think I am in a dream.
I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but it seems like that one stab might have been enough.
I guess I should have listened to Scorn and trained more. Where is this death then? Where are we?
Well, best I can tell, this is death. I woke up here after my ship was attacked by those winged dinosaur people. Last thing I remember is watching the star goddess disappear in the horizon as I fell down through the jungle after one of them tossed me off the ship. As to where? I don't know.
How long
doesn't-
you
Go ahead.
been here?
It's hard to say. We don't see the sun. None of us can sleep. The only thing to really tell the time by is when some of the people disappear.
Why? You know why they disappear? Where they go?
He just points up at the swirling black vortex up at the top. I don't know why. And we never know when. It just happens.
Well, I guess we have to just wait and see, huh? No use in crying, no use in despair. Perhaps we can tell each other stories of when we were alive. Past the time, then we don't need to know how long it's been.
You see this kind of dry smile, just barely crack across his face, and he says, "Sure, let's share some stories." And he kind of beckons you over to a part of the platform that's not so close to the edge, and just kind of sits. And yeah, so then we kind of fade out on, whatever story I imagine Treehugger would probably be telling first. But
He tells them all about the dinosaur race. This is the most recent cool memory, so.
Okay. All right.
But yeah.
Cool. And so that is where we'll end tonight.
Oh, I miss that boy so much now.